Hello, everybody. This is Carol from Friendly Quail, and it's spooky time. I'm going to be showing you my Halloween journal and then doing my October daily page. So, here we go. Well, I'm going to start by just kind of showing you my Halloween journal. This one I've had for a couple of years. I just put some stuff in it every year. So it's a huge journal. I made the cover and everything myself, and I have the big tassel with all kinds of cool things on it. And it does come off if I want it to come off. I just got it out of the way. But I have been working in this journal for a couple years. But I'm going to go to where October Daily, which is OctDay, OctDay, hashtag OctDay 2022. And I'm working on October Daily with Pink Oddbird and others to make videos, to do a story. And this is my day, October 11th. So I will just quickly show you what I've done. The first day, you receive a mysterious letter in the mail. Inside, a copy of a will of the unknown relative and the deed to a house and a set of keys. So I have the will, the deed, and this was the envelope it came in, and the keys. And I also have this, and I said, could this be, this is my great aunt Julia, could this be Jedediah's sister? Because last will and testament, I, Jedediah Jones, leave all my worldly gifts to my only living relative. Well, I've never heard of Jedediah, but maybe it could be my Aunt Julia's brother, because I knew she had siblings, and my great Aunt Julia. So it might be her brother. Okay. The second day, following the directions, you head to the house, and what does it look like? And I wrote, I approached the house from outside. It looked like it was a bit run down. There was a lot of bat activity around the house, but it looked harmless enough, so I pulled out the key in that I was sent. But before I entered the house, I checked out the grounds. And I wrote, Great Aunt Julia had told me about this house where she lived as a girl. She also told me about a secret garden, a family cemetery, and a crypt. I'm a bit nervous about going in. I wonder what I will find. I need to check out the grounds. As they appear extensive, maybe I'll do that first. So this is day 3. You decide to look around the expansive grounds. What does it look like? And we have a wall to a secret garden, a crypt, and we have, I'll have to glue that one down a little bit more, a Jones family cemetery. And I see Jedediah's grave right here. It's a fresh grave. And wait a minute. Let me read. I walked around the grounds and found the family cemetery. I was surprised that Aunt Julia had so many brothers and sisters. Of course, she was my great aunt, so she was already old when I was a child. I always thought the things she talked about were in her imagination, but here were things she had talked about: the family cemetery, the crypt, and a secret garden. Wait, is that an open grave? And Julia's laid to rest right here. Day 4. You work up the nerve to go inside the house. What's the first thing that you notice? I walked up to the strange and ornate front door and put in the key, and it was the wrong key. I tried another one and opened the door wide and saw, eek! A big spider. It crawled back up. My heartbeat slowed down, and I slowly walked into the house and warily looked around, muttering, please, no more spiders. Please, no more spiders. Please, no more spiders. Day 5. You'll see a portrait hanging on the wall of your relative. tell about them. What did they look like? And I did have this. It says, "Who was in the portrait?" I walked closer and saw a placard that read, "Jedediah Jones." So this was the man who left me his house, all his worldly goods, the will said. What else did he leave to me? I would have to keep exploring. He was quite dapper looking, with a mustache, goatee, and a top hat and a bow tie. He reminded me of somebody in an old movie. A horror movie. Who was he? Was he a warlock? I had a photo of his sister Julia dressed up as a witch. Was she? Suddenly you hear a spooky sound. Day 6. Describe what you think it was. While looking at Jedediah's portrait, I began to hear an eerie sound. Quietly at first, then getting louder. It sounds like a violin playing. Shivers ran down my spine as I also started to hear singing. And this is the song I heard. The bells of hell go tingling. The song was it a death threat to me? But I had to see what it was, so I slowly opened the door. I closed my eyes. If I close my eyes, it can't see me, right? No, I knew I had to look. I slowly opened my eyes and saw a black cat playing a violin. This is our thing here. You take a walk into the next room and see what actually made the sound. What was it? The singing had stopped, but the cat continued to play while it looked at me with glowing eyes. Suddenly, I heard another noise. I heard someone run up the stairs, and a door slammed. It said thud, thud, thud. You hear footsteps heading upstairs toward the master bedroom, running up the stairs. What do you notice? I found a door at the top of the stairs. And it has a little key hanging on it with a lock. Day 9, no one is in the bedroom when you enter. Once in the room, you notice a giant creepy tree outside the window. I opened the door and the room was empty. I could see a creepy tree outside. Did something go out the window? I see a bat flying by the tree. Day 10, suddenly a gust of wind causes the bedroom door to slam. What message is carved into the door? The wind blew the door shut. Slam! I jumped and looked back at the window. It was closed. Where did the wind come from? I looked back at the door and noticed there was something carved and painted in the back of the door. When I read what it said, "At last, we thought you'd never arrive." It sent shivers running up and down my spine again. Was the message for me? Nothing is making sense. I heard a noise outside the door in the hallway. I opened the door, and that's where we go to today. What's going to be outside the door? And this is, slowly you open the door and you notice a shadowy figure standing there. Upon being noticed, it runs away. What was it doing? So I've got some things ready to go. Because I did the room wallpaper like this, it was by the window and it was also by the door when it slammed shut. I'm looking out the door, so I'm going to have this right here as well. So I'm going to put that on. I'm not doing any sewing or anything, so I'm going to glue it right on. It would be cool to do sewing on it, but, you know. I'm going to put this on. Now, I've used, always been leery of glue stick because it doesn't seem to stick real good. And some of the, I tried UD and all those that some other people use, and I just haven't been happy. So I saw somebody use this Scotch Create permanent glue stick, and I've been trying that, and it seems to be working. So here we get, and I have like a little border around the edge for everything. I've already taken and distressed so that I didn't have to take time to do that. Okay, So now this is the hallway wallpaper. So I figured if you were looking out the door, you would see that. So I'm going to put that on. That's my open doorway. Anyway, this seems to be working much better than what I had before. I'm going to put it more over to this side because I have this to put on, which is like the door. You're seeing part of the door opened up. Like this way, the door has opened. So I'm putting that on. Open the door, and now I'm looking out into the hallway. I'll come back later and check and make sure this is all sticking on, because normally I use like art glitter glue. So there's my open door, and now we've got the hallway. And I am going to have this figure be what I see, standing out in the hall, along with our little cat still playing the violin. This guy, could it be Jedediah Jones? He has a top hat like the portrait, but I'm not sure who it is. All right, he's standing out in the hallway. And we've got the cat standing next to him, playing the violin. And then I thought to make it look shadowy, I would use some tulle over it. So I took some black soot. Here it is. And I took some black soot and I ran some of it over the tulle to make it kind of grayish, dark blackish. And actually, I'm going to just kind of lay that over it and put some glue on it if I can. Never tried gluing this stuff before. I think I might have to use some of this to make it look shadowy. And that'll hopefully dry clear and you won't see it. Kind of like there's a mist along next to him. Okay. And I've got my little ticket that tells about today. I'm going to put that up here. I'll put it up further because I'm going to do some writing on here, and I'm going to put that kind of in here. I'm going to have to glue that in better. I'm going to wait till later. Just get the idea of what I'm doing. Okay. And so what I'm going to write is kind of what I just said, and I'll rip this off and put some of it on here. Probably kind of like that. So I'll be saying, you know, it's a man in a top hat and the little violin playing cat. And, you know, who is it? What's he? he's just standing there. Is it Jedediah's ghost? And we'll see where it goes from there. So that's day 11. And we've got the next person coming up. I'll have a link below to all of the people. And I'm looking for it. Where is it? Oh, my calendar. Here it is. Release the Craftin' is tomorrow's video for October 12th. So follow along. I hope you're having fun with it, and look at what other people are doing, because all of the people who are doing a couple days here and there for Pink Oddbird, we are all doing it daily. And so if you check out everyone's YouTube site, you're going to see lots of different stories. Everybody's doing it a little bit differently, with what we've got, all of our supplies and that type of thing. So hopefully you will follow along and enjoy doing the October Daily hashtag OCT DAY 2022, and keep coming back to see what else I'm doing in mine. Thanks, everybody. This is Carol from Friendly Quail saying a spooky goodbye.